Alrighty, hey guys. So obviously I am not in the normal space I'm normally in. I am right now in my dining room. Right behind me is the mural I'm painting right now. It's not finished yet as all the white space, and it's not nearly as detailed as it's going to be, but that's it right now. So this video is all about stretching, stretches for you, stretches for your horse. That's the gist of it. Stretches for you and your horse. So that's why I'm in this big open space with my blanket right here. So first we're going to start out with stretches for humans. This one is called thread the needle. So you go down, put your feet in front of you, your knees up, lay down on your back. I start out with my right foot and put it over your knee. So this is the simple part. And then you put your leg up and then grab your left ankle. And then grab up towards your knee and pull. You're going to feel it right over here. And hold. Alright, so that's thread the needle. Now we do it on the other side. So the next stretch, you're going to start off in sort of a planking push-up stage. And then you're going to want to drop your right knee to the ground. And then pull your left knee and foot over here. So frog on one side, plank on the other side. And you're gonna hold. You're gonna feel the stretch in your calf and your left thigh. And then switch sides. The next one, you're gonna wanna lay straight on your back. Take one of your legs and cross it to the other side and just stay there. You're going to feel the stretch into your inside calf, thigh, and hold. For this one, you're going to want to keep your shoulders square to the ceiling and on the ground. And then switch sides. Alrighty, this next one is kind of a gym classic. You're going to take one of your arms and just pull it as far as you can. Kind of like in a headlock with your arm. And hold. Drop. And go to the other side. You've probably heard of this one before, but it's really nice to stretch out your shoulders. So the next stretch is for your calves and really getting your heels down. So I'm doing it on my couch right now because we have a first floor house that doesn't have any stairs. So you put the ball of your foot, or where the stirrup goes, on the couch, and then you really just push your heel down. And then you'll feel it way in your calves. This is kind of as simple as it gets, but it really gets your calves stretched out. For this next stretch, you're going to need a doorway. This is probably a typical size doorway. Don't get one too big or too tight. So don't do it in a closet or like a handicap space. So you put your hands on each side of the door frame. Feet shoulder length apart. Both sides on the doorway, and almost like you're doing a push-up. And you just hold this for about 10 seconds. And you come up and back down, hold, and it really forces your shoulders back. It's really great for if you keep your shoulders hunched up or you just can't roll them back. I know I have a really big problem with this. You'll feel a stretch in your shoulders and right over here on your head. The next stretch to do is, I call it frog. So you get up like a frog and just hold it like this for 10 seconds. Alright. If you need help with this one, get someone to stand by his head, which I probably should have, but I don't. That's fine. Alright, the next one that I do is the barrel raiser.
Oh God.
A little humor there, right? Or the starfish, where you hold your legs out like this, and I'm terrible at this one. So I'm going to start out with 5 seconds.
Please never become a barrel racer.
This is terrible.
That's barely how we do it, but
I'm talking about bad barrel racers, that's starfish.
okay, okay. Like how I started out as when I was 3.
It's around the world. And I would have someone hold your horse's head for the first 3 times you're doing this. And I would recommend doing it towards the end of your lesson, as if they're fresh and they're all up in themselves, you're not going to have a good, successful run. So, you take your right leg or left leg, I usually start with my right leg, and pass it over his neck. Oh boy. And then I take my left leg and pass it over his butt. And I usually don't like to stay here for long, so I take my right leg and pass it over here. And finally, take your left leg, pass it over his neck again. Here are some stretches you can do for your horses on the ground. I will include the names of the stretches down below some here with some editing. The first one I do, act like you're picking up your horse's hoof and just bring it out. We can do it pretty decently far because we do this one quite frequently. Some horses you can't. The most important thing to do with stretches is baby steps if your horse hasn't done that, or if your horse is really stiff. You don't want to go out that far for the first time if you've never stretched your horse before. I know we started out right here. We didn't go any further. And now we're up to here. We still have quite a ways to go, but we've made definite progress. So, I'll do that again, kind of walk through the steps, grab your horse like you're picking up a hoof, and he's leaning into me. Alright, hold right about here, and right below his knee. And hold. There might be some resistance. He tried pulling away quite frequently when he first tried it. Just hold, don't force him back, because that's going to pull a muscle. Just kind of go with it, and if it's too much, just try again. Put it down, try again. Next one, you do very similar. You grab his knee in the same place, and you just put it forward. This one we're pretty sticky on. Good boy. Alright, felt that muscle relax, so I stopped. As soon as it relaxes, you can try it a little bit more. I prefer to just stop, as he's not fond of that stretch. Alright, now onto the back legs. Alright, I just heard him crack right there. Alrighty. Hold. Hold. There's the give. So I wait for that give, and then that's when I do same thing from the front leg. Doesn't like this one as he didn't like the other one. There we go. Okay. Good boy. And do that on both sides. Alrighty. So as you can tell, this stretch, we need treats. You can do this basically anywhere. I prefer to do it in the stall, except cross ties. You cannot do it in cross ties because their head is too immobile. So, sniff it. We do this all the time. bring it to the girth, make him hold it, and then give him the treat. It's probably the most simple stretch you can ever do. Alrighty, for the next stretch, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side.
Oh. You want me to go over there?
Can you see it from this side?
Not really.
Alrighty, for this stretch, it's the same thing, but on the other side. Hold. Yeah. Some horses won't get back as far as this. The first few times we've done this since I've had him. So he's really good at this one. This one, move your booty. Thank you. You gotta stretch his neck out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Oh, stretch, stretch. Perfect. Sometimes horses will, as you saw him, we've been doing this for ages. He moved his front 2 legs. That's fine as long as he really stretches out that neck. Second one. Bring your nose to their chest. Good boy. So that's all we have for treat stretches.